Hello, everybody. Welcome to this introductory session and overview of the Prayer Group Leadership Development Program in the Catholic Charismatic Renewal. And my name is Joe Barodin. First, I want to introduce you to the booklet that this is based on. It's called the Prayer Group Leadership Development Program by Ron Ryan. It was developed many years ago and is no longer in print, actually, but you can get it in an ebook electronically on Amazon Kindle. So I want to welcome everybody here to this session. Prayer group leaders, they play a critically important role in the effectiveness of the Catholic Charismatic Renewal, and the bishops have told us so. To a great extent, the success of the renewal depends on an informed, balanced, mature, doctrinally sound leadership. Indeed, the leadership issue is the most pressing problem facing the renewal. They said this in the pastoral statement on the Catholic Charismatic Renewal in 1984. So let's talk about leadership roles. You may not consider yourself a leader, but anyone who's committed to any type of service is in some sort of leadership role. It could be big, it could be small, but it's a leadership role, so you're all important. This program is to help strengthen your prayer group to carry out its vision in the power of the Holy Spirit. And you'll learn more about that over the sessions. You will learn from teachings, you'll share experiences in discussion groups, you'll evaluate things and make plans to strengthen your groups. Here are some of the types of leadership roles in groups: prayer group leader, overall leader, pastoral teams, core groups, and ministry teams. Depends on the size of your group, but those are some of the typical leadership roles. So this program is designed for you to work together as leadership teams and ministry teams and evaluate your groups and strengthen them. The discussion groups and the objective setting sessions are very important, whether you have a lot of leadership experience or you're very new to it and timid. You will learn a lot sharing this time together as teams. That's very important. So here are some of the topics that are included in the Prayer Group Leadership Development Program. One is the role of the renewal in the Catholic Church. The next is understanding the baptism of the Holy Spirit, especially from a Catholic perspective. What is the role of the prayer group in the renewal and in the parish and in the church? Praise and worship. What is praise and worship? And what goes along with that is the role of a music ministry and also leading the prayer meetings. Those three are actually interconnected quite a bit. The next is the charismatic gifts and understanding what they are. Fostering the gifts, helping people to use their gifts. Developing leadership teams and in dealing with problem situations. So these sessions should be given over a period of weeks or even months so they can be absorbed and put into action. You'll learn more as we go through this presentation. So the format of the sessions. Going through this program is done best as a group with this agenda. So hopefully your group can attend this together, or a few of you at a time. That's the best way to do this. The agenda, its total is about an hour and a half. So if you're doing this as a group, you should pray together for a while, do a little praise and worship, sing some songs, get in the Lord's presence. Then after the first week, you'll share progress on the previous week's sessions and the objectives and action plans you put together. Then we'll do the teaching. That's these video teachings that we're giving here online. After that, you'll have small discussion groups. You'll do some evaluation and setting objectives and action plans for the future. And then you should have a closing overview, and then prayer. So let's talk a little bit about the discussion groups. One of the most important parts as you start is that you start to apply what you've learned. If you just listen to the presentation, it really doesn't do any good. You have to apply it and put it into action. And this is where working together is very important. It does no good if you just listen to the talk and nothing happens. Begin to evaluate your group in the light of the teaching that was just given during that session and develop improvement plans. And in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 6, it says, I remind you to stir into flame the gift of God bestowed on you. And that's what will happen as you go forward in this program as a group. So here's some guidelines for discussion groups, but we'll also go over this again in future sessions. But just to give you an idea, the overview of the course. Specific questions will be given for discussion, and it's important to stay on topic and don't stray off. Many of you have been involved with seminars where someone can, start talking about the weather or some other topic. It's important to stay on track. Each person should participate since their experiences, opinion, and discernment are important. People that are shy should speak up. You generally have some great insights that others don't. And then us talkers like myself, we need to share our thoughts, but then be quiet and let others have the opportunity to speak. We need to be frank and open and honest, and holding back your opinion will not help the group. We should speak the truth honestly and in love. So that'll help us do the previous statement, to be open and honest and candid, but let's do it honestly and in love with the intent that, hey, the intention here is how can we be better? How can we do the Lord's will in a more powerful way as a team, as a Catholic Charismatic Prayer Group? So we should designate a facilitator for the discussion groups, and a facilitator should start with a prayer, read the question, let everyone share, agree on objectives, and go on to the next question if there is one. And you should develop goals and objectives. So let's talk about this a little bit. For some people, this is easy. For some people, it may be more difficult, but let's talk about these concepts of goals, objectives, and tasks. So first, a goal is a general aim. It's what you hope to achieve. So an example of a goal may be, we will help people experience the baptism of the Holy Spirit. That's just a general goal. It doesn't get you there. It's just, hey, that's our goal. Let's help people experience that. So an objective is a specific step which can be taken to help accomplish this goal. For example, we need to set up a team to start planning a Life in the Spirit seminar. And then various tasks are very specific actions to carry out an objective. For example, we need to assign a speaker for each of the 7 Life in the Spirit seminar talks. Create a list of ministries needed to conduct the Life in the Spirit seminar, create a timeline and a schedule with dates, and then a timetable and agenda for each night. Okay? So everyone in the group should agree, and then someone should write them down as an action item list. So these are some of the things that you go through when you're making plans, goals, objectives, and tasks. You make these plans and you follow up on them. So for each task, you should have a person responsible and a target date to complete each one. So what I ask you to be committed to is attending and watching all the sessions, especially as a group. If you can't and someone misses it, watch it by yourself. But it really is most effective when you do this as a group and go through all the steps, including the discussion groups. Be open to new insights and ideas. Share honestly and openly in the discussions, and then follow through. Carry out the ideas to strengthen your group, your parish, the renewal, and the Catholic Church. So as your group goes through these sessions, you will be fired up with the Holy Spirit. I do have a suggestion. If you have not yet watched this video, there's another video in this YouTube channel called Fire Up Your Prayer Groups with a challenging vision for Catholic Charismatic Prayer Groups. And here it is. A vibrant Catholic Charismatic prayer community served by trained, anointed, and committed leaders will evangelize in power. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you do that, you'll be notified when I add additional teachings in this program in the future. For more information, you can contact me at joe.baroden@gmail.com. And if you want an electronic copy of an article called A Challenging Vision for Catholic Charismatic Prayer Groups, you can contact me via email, and I'll send it to you, and feel free to make copies and distribute it. So I want to thank you all for watching this overview, and look forward to you getting involved in the full prayer group leadership development program and setting the world on fire in the power of the Holy Spirit. Thanks for attending.